Hello everyone, Adrock111 here. Got me a battle versus PKSparkxx, and whoa, what's that in the background? Is that an actual... Yes it is. That is my new layout. I've made it myself, as it looks very crappy. And it took me all of like, I think a day. Anyway, let's get right into this battle. Okay, he leads off with a Dragon, I lead off with Yuxi, and Yuxi is gonna get pulverized. I just got paralysis off on it. I know it's slow, but it's better than nothing at this point. And who knows? Extra hindrance is always a plus. But now here comes something that I just didn't know would honestly happen. I thought well, he's gonna hurt himself in confusion. It's pretty hilarious. But I thought when you use knockoff, you'll still take rough skin, but you'll actually knock off the item as well. I was unaware that it was actually the contrary. You had to live the rough skin in order to knock something off. That was actually pretty lame. So Yuxi goes down just like that. So he's gonna switch into Stock Murray, and I'm just gonna bulk up because bulk up is awesome, and why wouldn't you bulk up? And his Stock Murray is basically being Stock Murray, staring at my Kiriyama, going, "Hey bro, what's up?" I know he's gonna roar me away, so I just go for the revenge, get some damage off on him. And he actually does whirlwind me away, and he goes into my Ace of Spades, which is not good for me in the least. I was thinking about just hitting it with a Focus Blast, but I figured that going back out to Lunkhead would be the best idea because I know he's gonna set up the Stealth Rock because he knows I'm gonna switch. And with Lunkhead, I know he's just gonna stay in, eat this Thunderbolt, and my biggest hated wall in Gen 4 is now gone, just like that. So 2 major walls are out. Now he's gonna sit in this Mothra, and I don't know if I'm honestly faster than it. I am timid, but that doesn't look too bulky to me. So I'm gonna switch out. I'm gonna go into Hirayama because that's all around just a safe play. He goes for a Morning Sun just so every Volcarona has a Morning Sun, because otherwise he's gonna get decimated otherwise. He's gonna switch out, fearing anything else I could have. He sits in Cresselia, which I predict to switch out, and I just go for a Whirlwind, just trying to see the rest. Well, not really see the rest of the team, but I just want something else out that I can set up on. And Volcarona comes back out, so I'm like, okay, perfect. I'm basically just gonna smack this thing in the face and whirlwind it out, because he doesn't want to switch out because he figures I'm just gonna whirlwind him out anyway. And at this time it should click that I don't have the Stone Edge or any of the sort. So he's just gonna go for the Flamethrower, and look at how much that does. That's just pitiful damage. And I'm just gonna whirlwind him out, like, I don't want you in here. But he goes into this Cresselia, and this Cresselia, this thing, all of my hatred for this thing. So I'm gonna switch out, and I'm gonna go into Lunkhead, just hoping that he is the wall variant and not actually the sweeper, but he has the charge beam, so obvious sweeper is very obvious, and I'm kind of in trouble because there's not really much I can do about this, other than hope he has like a hidden power that, you know, is, well, crappy. And maybe he might not. Hopefully he doesn't. But he does end up having one, which is really crappy for me, because that means that my Lunkhead can't stay in here, and that I eventually do have to switch, which is gonna really suck for me in the long run, and that's just all around a pile of suckitude, to be honest with you. So now I'm basically going to, well, I put up another sub just in case he wants to predict a switch and go for a charge beam. I don't know, maybe he wants to get some more HP or something like that. But now I'm going to send in Osh because I figured that This will let me know if he has HP Fire or if he has HP Fighting, and judging on just how much that does, he definitely has the HP Fire, which, you know, is something. I mean, if I want Ambipom to come in and, you know, fake it out, I guess, then I could, and maybe eat a Psychic, but I don't think that might be good for me. So now I send in Trollbird, and yes, that is an Unpheasant, and yes, it is very unpleasant what I'm about to do to this poor Cress, which is okay, because I don't really like Cresselia in the first place. So I'm basically going to use Unpheasant. Maybe I might name it Unpleasant. The way that I pretty much figure it probably should be used. So I'm going to basically Toxic Stall this Cresselia out. And because I figure you might not want to see Toxic Stalling at like its best, Sony Vegas, I command you to use Fast Forward. Right about. Wait for it. Wait for it. Now. Yes. Anywho, basically this is just me subbing him not ice beaming, but just trying to get an attack off, me subbing, me protecting, just all around stalling him out. Because I really had nothing for this Cresselia, and if I can't afford Cresselia to take out more than one Pokemon. I figured if Trollbird actually does get taken out, that I could just, at this low health, I can basically just send in Ace of Spades to just come in and finish off. But it ends up not taking me out, which is hilarious. Because at this point he's like, way to stall. And I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, I had nothing for that Cresselia. I was really hoping that I wouldn't see it. Unfortunately, you brought it. I blame society. So now he's going to go ahead and Swords Dance, which is very unfortunate. I was hoping he would predict my Protect and go for another Swords Dance, being greedy. But he just makes a smart play, goes for the Aqua Jet. The Aqua Jet is going to take out my Trollbird, which is very unfortunate for my Trollbird, but he did good job, so he gets to, you know, die with the rest of the trolls. And now, this one I had to take a chance on. I didn't know I was going to be faster. I knew that Ambipom and the other one, Ace of Spades, could not take that Gold Fashion Aqua Jet. But I knew that Lunkhead could maybe take one and answer back with Thunderbolt. But I ended up being faster, so that didn't really matter anyway. So now I was feeling a little bit cocky, like, well, maybe I'm faster than this. No. And this was actually one of my biggest mistakes. I should not have let that Magnezone die yet, because Magnezone would have been a very good Pokemon to have, out in front of Dragon, and especially when it was paralyzed. Maybe get an extra special attack hit off on it, you know what I mean? But that's not the case. I'm going to sit here and basically, essentially, get screwed over in the foot. Because Dragon's going to come out. I'm going to switch to Ambipom because obvious Sucker Punch is very obvious as he goes for it, but it is not going to really do anything because I switched out. And now I'm going to go for the Fake Out, which is going to do good damage, but I do get a crit here, which honestly just sped up me switching back and forth. And now I knew he would predict the switch and go for a Sucker Punch again because, well, why not? So I'm going to switch back into Ace of Spades, and I know I could take another Stealth Rock switch in and potentially do something. But I figured he would not predict this, but he does make the right prediction, goes for the Sucker Punch. That's going to take out my Ace of Spades, and that's going to put me in a very bad position because, well, I'm going to be able to take out Dragon no matter what, because it's Dragon and it's like paralyzed, crippled, slowly dying. It's going to get taken out. Just saying. So now he's going to send out bad connection, which is his Brazion, and there is nothing I could do if it is bulky, and it does carry the protect, so it is bulky, which is very unfortunate for me, because that means I'm not going to be able to take it out with a double hit. So this is actually GG. Very good game, PKSparkxx. Comment, rate, sub. Link will be in the description, and have a great day, guys. Later.